In a world of Korean dramas, casting choices often make or break a series. Yet, even with carefully selected leads and acclaimed supporting actors, a drama is only as strong as its story. In this video, we are breaking down 10 Korean dramas that had everything going for them, but still fumbled the perfect cast. Kicking off the list is the bewilderingly quirky Chicken Nugget, with acting powerhouses like Roo Sung-young and An Jae-hong alongside the beloved Kim Yoo-jong. The stage was set for a comedic masterpiece. Instead, we got a one-joke premise stretched thin over 10 episodes. The central concept of a woman turning into a chicken nugget and her father and his intern trying to change her back was too absurd and repetitive to sustain a full series. While the comedic genius of Roo and An occasionally peeked through, their talents felt utterly shackled by a script that offered no depth, character development, or meaningful plot progression. Next in the list is the stylish but hollow Now We're Breaking Up. This drama paired A-listers Song Hye-kyo and Jang Gi-young, promising a mature and realistic romance set in the fast-paced fashion world. While the leads shared palpable chemistry and looked stunning, their story was a Frankenstein's monster of tired K-drama tropes. From faded past connections to a conveniently tragic backstory, the plot felt dated and uninspired. The narrative moved in frustrating circles, forcing its top-tier cast to rehash the same emotional conflicts without resolution. Song Hye-kyo and Jang Ki-young deserved a script that was as sophisticated and forward-thinking as the fashion their characters designed, not one that felt stuck in 2010. Coming up next is the recent highly anticipated drama When the Star Gossips. Pairing two of the industry's biggest and most beloved stars, Lee Min-ho and Gong Hyo-jin, for a high-budget romance in what was called the Korea's first ever space rom-com created a level of hype that was almost impossible to live up to. Unfortunately, the drama failed to reach its potential due to a combination of flawed writing, poor pacing, and a disconnect between its marketing and the actual story it delivered. The script itself was a major point of criticism, with many feeling it was ridiculous and ultimately didn't do justice to the talented cast. The show also struggled to balance the romance with the science fiction elements, leading to a sometimes confusing and unsatisfying viewing experience. Following that is the whimsical musical drama Sound of the Magic. Pairing the magnetic Ji Chang-ok with rising stars Cho Sung-eun and Hwang In-yeop seemed like a magical combination. The show, however, suffered from a severe identity crisis. It couldn't decide whether it was a heartfelt musical, a dark mystery, a coming-of-age story, or a critique of societal pressures, and the resulting tonal whiplash was jarring. The musical numbers often felt forced, interrupting the narrative flow rather than enhancing it. Ji Chang-wook was charming as the enigmatic magician, but his character's backstory remained too vague, leaving his motivations and the central plot feeling underdeveloped and unsatisfying. Another classic example of K-dramas wasting the perfect cast is the infamous Cheese in the Trap. Based on a wildly popular webtoon, the casting of Park Hae-jin, Kim Go-eun, and Seo Kang-jun was screaming perfect. The first half of the drama brilliantly captured the source material's psychological tension and complex characters. But in a baffling creative decision, the second half almost entirely sidelined the male lead Yoo-jong. This betrayal of the original story led to a rushed ending that left character arcs dangling and fans outraged. Park Hae-jin's nuanced portrayal of the protagonist was completely wasted, squandering the cast's electric chemistry. Next on our list of disappointments is the blockbuster mystery Jirisan, a drama starring superstars Jeon Ji-yeon and Chu Ji-hoon, written by Kim Eun-hee, should have been a guaranteed masterpiece. Unfortunately, the series collapsed under the weight of its own ambition. The plot was a clumsy fusion of a mountain rescue procedural and a supernatural thriller, with confusing timelines and lackluster CGI that pulled viewers out of the story. The biggest flaw was keeping its two charismatic leads apart for most of the drama, completely neutralizing the dynamic chemistry that was the show's main selling point. Another sci-fi show that stumbled is Sisyphus the Myth. Teaming up acting virtuoso Cho Seung-woo with Park Shin-hye felt like a dream pairing for a high-concept thriller. Yet, the drama's time travel plot was riddled with gaping holes, flimsy logic, and rules that seemed to change on a whim. The narrative, which should have been a mind-bending and thrilling ride, devolved into a frustrating exercise in suspending disbelief. Seeing acclaimed actors like Cho Seung-woo and Park Shin-hye trying to sell clunky dialogue and navigate a nonsensical plot was painful for viewers who knew what they were capable of. Continuing our list is the gentle but frustrating A Piece of Your Mind. Starring Jung Hae-in and Chae Soo-bin, two actors renowned for their ability to convey soft, healing romance, this drama had the potential to be a poignant exploration of grief and artificial intelligence. The premise, an AI device that holds a person's consciousness, was intriguing but executed poorly, leaving the mechanics vague and the emotional stakes unclear. The story's painfully slow pace and meandering plot led to low ratings and the series being cut down from 16 to 12 episodes, resulting in a rushed and incomplete conclusion that did a disservice to the subtle, beautiful chemistry of its leads. Making a recent entry to the list is The Impossible Heir. This show promised a slick and clever revenge thriller with a charismatic trio of rising stars in Lee Jae-wook, Lee Jun-young, and Hong Soo-joo. But instead, what it delivered was a messy makjang soap opera filled with illogical plot twists and baffling character decisions. The central bromance, which was the story's initial anchor, disintegrated in a way that felt forced and unearned, wasting the immense potential of its entire young cast. And rounding out our list is the glossy but hollow Hierarchy. This teen drama assembled a visually stunning cast of promising young actors, including No Jong-hee and Lee Chae-min, and marketed itself as a scandalous and thrilling expose of the super elite. However, the drama was a disappointingly tame and predictable story that felt like a cheap imitation of superior shows like Elite or Sky Castle. The so-called dark secrets were underwhelming, the central mystery lacked any real suspense, and the characters were one-dimensional archetypes. The talented new generation cast was left with nothing to do but look good in school uniforms, their potential wasted on a script that prioritized aesthetics over a compelling narrative. So, what are your thoughts on these K-dramas? Let us know in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with your friends.